Hello. Just give me a few seconds, real quick. I'm waiting for a couple more people. Hello, 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 hello. I see Brother Young Roo stop by. I said, that's a lot of reviews. Peace and blessings to everyone coming in. Peace and blessings to everyone. Um, I hope everybody had fun with April Fool's Day. um, okay, as you know, the other day, the day before yesterday, right? I did a review of Chief Cali deciding to call me out of my name, right? He made a new nickname for me. What's up, bro? Shout out. Thank you for coming through. And while we were doing that review, he was I guess doing a review for us on us while we were doing that review. Queen Texas, thank you for coming in, mama. And so I said, well, if we're gonna review each other, reviewing each other, why not review his review of my review? Now, see, the thing about it is, what I think Chief Cali is missing is to understand is um it's it's me that was called out of my name. You get what I'm saying? Certain things you do have to address. You get what I'm saying? Um, it's me that has been called out in multiple videos by him, and I have ignored it. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not the topic. The topic are the accusations, and I've said it before. It is kind of hard to address accusations without addressing the source. You have to mention the source. Well, where do these accusations come from? Who is stating these accusations? Most of the accusations come from Chief Cali. So I'm not understanding why he feels as if I'm attacking him. Now, if any content creator believes him, you know, he doesn't necessarily have an issue with that. They can give dialogue, right? They can speak on it. But if you disagree, then all of a sudden he treats you as if you're attacking him. I don't understand that thought process. I really don't get it. It doesn't really make sense to me. Especially if you want people to actually consider, what you're claiming happened. If I'm taking it serious enough to spend some time to look into the information, why so much offense? If I don't see what it is that everyone else is seeing, then how is it a personal problem? How do you feel attacked? If I just feel like you're wrong, you're wrong. If I feel like it's not making sense, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing anything to manipulate the information or anything. I'm playing it in its entirety. Um so I don't understand. But either way, we're gonna do a review for that. Thank you for everyone coming through. And I was waiting on my sis to see if she wanted to come through. Give her a few minutes. Um, I hope that everyone is in allowing, their emotions to, get, a little hectic. Shout out, Brother V. Thank you for coming through, bro. Yes, I am doing a review of a review of my review. I said, why not do it? You get what I'm saying? Because at this point, it's, the games, the tactics, the childish behavior. It's just like, if you're having a good time calling me out of my name, disrespecting me, telling people that I'm attacking you, making up lies to fit your narrative, then I can simply have fun reviewing the reviews. It's my way of getting back, because I will not try to get out of character or anything like that. It's enough of the toxicity going on the internet. Sometimes I get a little upset too. I have a little passion too, but I try to make sure that I find a balance. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I was just thinking to myself, I was just like, why not do it? Why not do a review on a review of my review? I was reviewing a video of him taunting me. And then he did a review of me reviewing the video of him calling me a pervert supporter. And so, yeah, I'm going to do another review on that. That'll be fun. You all good, bro? It's all love. It's all love. And at the end of it all, it will continue to be love. I think we're going to go ahead and jot down into it. Let me go ahead and get ready to present my screen. And let's play. I agree.
Do I?
And why he ain't get moved out first? He don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. First. Right.
This man is crazy. No, I y'all, when Kevin goes
very local,
I be turned. I be like, go on, Kev.
It's so easy to see through.
It's just crazy. It's just like it's like he doesn't even try. It's just he just keeps saying the same thing over and over.
If he put his life on this, man, you got to try harder, bro. This is weak as fuck.
Right.
Like, all you good at is making videos, but the actual content that's in it is horrible, bro. So it seems like you should just be doing someone else's work, because right now your work fucking sucks. You ain't convincing nobody the route you going, bro. The shit you saying could be true, and you couldn't convince nobody of that shit. Not nobody real. You ain't showing shit, bro. You got to show the person doing the shit. You can't. It makes you look so fucked up when you take other people's voices that's about somebody else and make it like it's about them. That number one is a no. If you're trying to prove somebody actually did something or trying to bring something to a community, man, you lie and manipulate the community. You a bigger problem than you paint anybody out there. That shit crazy.
Right. He's the boy who cries coyote.
Right.
Not
nobody needed his help catching no pedophiles yet. People already been exposed or caught, and he take videos and just say something over him. You ain't doing nothing to help none of them. So you more of a detriment to the community than any help you providing by speaking on anybody. Because number one, you're not doing nothing productive. You actually are causing major division inside of our communities by pitting people against each other. So that right there is a number one attribute of a person who's an agent. They try to keep discord going all the time. They do not want you unifying.
Right.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
A straight up agent. Yeah, you're right, Kev. You're definitely right.
He hung around me for a while and couldn't find nothing wrong, so he went and made it up with his lying ass.
You continue. Your fucking children get on this internet and run across these niggas' videos, and they entice them to come to carbonation. They entice them to send money in for a school where, as y'all are going to see, Dr. Umar is supporting Dr. York, a convicted child molester.
None of these things have anything to do with Kevin whatsoever. None of them.
Community. This is Kevin Wesley's crowd. What community? What community? Why don't you leave Kevin Wesley alone? Leave Kevin alone. You're jealous of Kevin Wesley. This is the community.
You are. Right.
This is our community speaking.
Right.
They trying to tell you the truth. The community trying to tell you the truth.
Yep.
It's crazy. Y'all, it tickles me so bad when he does his theatrics. I'm like, he said, leave Kevin alone. Crazy. Like, you're mentioning so many other situations that is not even relative to Kevin Wesley. How do you feel like this is proof or evidence that is giving more to your claims? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is he doing?
Right. Mm-hmm. He's like, we think over here. No, you grasp at straws, you sit and you speculate, and then you believe what the hell you came up with in your mind, and you call that thinking. That is stupid as hell, bro. If a detective did that, he would fail miserably. He just walk in the house and just start thinking. Oh, I think that the husband did it. Yeah. And all of a sudden, this motherfucker sure of it. Come on, man. You ain't checked one fingerprint yet. Do the work.
It's sad. It's really sad.
He's
now notice in that last video that we reviewed, he named so many things that everyone else was doing, and the only thing that he can state is his own opinion. He doesn't feel like Kevin had a stomach removal, but you don't have proof or evidence of that. I know one time he said he had proof of it, which he had never shown. He doesn't have proof of any of these things that he wants Kevin to show proof of. Show proof of the ceremony. Show proof of the ceremony. But you don't have proof of it either. All you did was go live and went on a rant, and then you showed a piece of the original video, but you don't have any proof. You get what I'm saying? Nothing is making sense. You get what I'm saying? So basically, people are just supposed to believe you. And that's basically what you want me to do, because I'm a part of the Kool-Aid gang unless I believe Callie. Let's make sense of it.
You ever seen the cartoon Felix the Cat? He's Felix the Cat pacing back and forth trying to come up with ideas to
Hey, this nigga went from having real motherfucking leaders in our community who used to stand up for him, who used to stand next to him, to this clown, these clowns on this panel. He got a special need.
So now I'm a clown because I've given observation, because my observation is in opposition of Chief Callie. I became a bitch, a mutt, a pick-me, a clown, a pervert supporter. Because I identify myself as my own person, right? I make my own decisions. I make my own choices. I make my own moves. And because they don't cater to the likings or the thought process of others, I become the all type of names. And that's fine. That's okay. We can roll with that, right?
Please, dude, on this panel. And
but not only that, I want everybody to remember that Chief Callie is the one that stated that Kevin Wesley is disrespectful to the black women. Last time I checked, I was a black woman too. Okay.
And a pervert park woman on this panel. This is who's defending him now. These are the people that defend him now.
What's up, sis?
What's good, sis? How you doing? Good evening.
Good. We got the Queen Ashley D in the building.
Thanks for having me on your panel today.
No problem. I'm happy you're here. You can see we're doing a review of my review.
This shall be fun. Hello, chat. Everyone in the chat, hit the thumbs up. It's gonna be good.
Look at me say, it's raining today. Kevin Wesley.
I got a headache. Can you hand me them Tylenol? Kevin Wesley, it's his fault. What's today? Tuesday. Kevin Wesley, dang it.
Right. Everybody that disagrees with him becomes the worst people in the world. He doesn't even know me. He's gonna say, "Who are you? Who are you?" Evidently, somebody that you're concerned about because you keep calling my name. You keep calling Ashley's name. So we got to be of some importance. You get what I'm saying? Because you're so concerned about us doing reviews on these statements and these claims that you made. You get what I'm saying? And then you come out with all type of terms to disrespect us. You get what I'm saying? Like, what is wrong with this man? You're a man and we're women. And if you want us to actually feel convinced by whatever you're saying, you're going about it in the wrong way.
Absolutely, sis. I cannot agree with you more. Everyone can agree to disagree as adults. But at the end of the day, the way that this man shows his frustration, his anger, and to act this way towards a woman, it's outrageous. And people don't see anything wrong with this. He's disrespected me as well as you continuously. Called you so many different names. And these people don't realize you as well as myself are standing up for what's right. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, we've been in long-term relationships. Our partner's not a part of the YouTube world. So we don't just flex and flash them on here like that. We try to keep somewhat of our life private. But when he continues to say people are trying to be a part of a cult and trying to be pick-me's, it's very disrespectful. That's just like his spouse being upset with him, continuing to talk about women every day and drag them. How can she not feel a certain way that the man she's with, her concubine, is speaking in a bad, negative way of women, disrespecting them and calling them out of their names?
It's ridiculous. It's the behavior of what he's showing to me doesn't show that whatever he's stating about Kevin can be true, because it's his whole mentality and the way he goes about it is like a pure deflection from the point. If these things actually happen, then say, let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. I see some platforms are in opposition of what I'm stating. You get what I'm saying? Let me show some clear evidence. Let me show some factual evidence, not hearsay, not anything like that. Let me give them proof so that they can reconsider. No, instead, what you do, you go on your platform and you call us bitches. You go on other people platforms, you call us out of our names. You make up and create different names for us. All type of, different verbal assaults and things like that. Like, how am I don't want anybody to be a victim of anything, right? But how can I believe that somebody is a victim of something if they start to try to make me a victim? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, come on. I looked into it because I was concerned. Is that wrong? And when I looked into it and I saw that there were some inconsistencies that I stated multiple times, not one time did I clown him for his inconsistencies. Not one time did I say, it got to a point where I was like, yeah, this is malicious. You want to know why? Because the attack started to come to me. I'm like, why? If you didn't want anybody to discuss these situations, it would have just been wise not to put them on the internet. You came to the internet. You brought this information to the internet. Now you have people actually considering the information and discussing it. Now you're mad.
Exactly. And that's what he failed to realize. You put this information out. Once you put this information out and you're speaking on people with platforms, the information does not go away. Even if you decided to wake up and erase it, someone else can copy that content and continue on. Now he has reached a new low. He has went and involved so many different people from different platforms speaking on different things and combine them in his videos to try to mix them together as though these people are not only speaking on Kevin, but speaking on you as well. And I think he's even threw a clip out there as well about me. And it's
Right.
like, it's not right. He's manipulating his people. He's manipulating the supporters that are watching him to seek the information, that are not looking and checking the facts because they think he has the facts. This man has no facts. This man
Right.
goes and get clips, numerous clips of people speaking on different things and combine them together, and then shows a picture of Kevin Wesley and says, see, this is what I'm talking about. When this person has absolutely no idea, not only he's stealing their content or using it in a malicious way, but these people don't even know Kevin on a personal level, and he's manipulating content. And people want to say, I try to get these two to talk. Sometimes there's no reasoning with some type of people, such as Callie. Callie had a chance to go on a platform where the same people that agreed with him at one point decided to no longer entertain this back and forth beef. Whether they decided to completely let it go or whatever, at the end of the day, that's on them. A lot of people decided to move forward from there because there's no longer a saga. There's no longer a reason to beef or entertain foolishness as adults. But Callie decided to, on the other hand, not only drop down, but continue to make these videos and antagonize sis Angie, as well as say things about myself. And I find it highly disrespectful and distasteful.
Hey, Queen Alicia. Thank you for coming through, Mama. Shout out to you, beautiful. And V. Bennett says Emmett Till was killed by a mob who was told he looked at a white lady. It was a lie. Yes, this child passed away in such a torturous manner. And now, you guys, I know you guys heard about it. The lady's of age now, and she finally came out and said that it wasn't true. But how do you fix that? You want to know why? Because a whole bunch of people believed her. Yeah. A whole bunch of people believed her, and a child's life was lost. You get what I'm saying? Things like this happens, and it's wrong. Even with this review right here, we're gonna see how Callie, he stops the video, he doesn't play things in its entirety, and then people aren't able to get the full description. They're not able to get the full information of what is being discussed, and that is manipulation in itself. You have to take into consideration what's being spoken of so that you can come up with another part of your observation. You cannot just manipulate scenes and videos and everything like that and play on people's emotions. In the last video that we discussed, you gave no evidence or proof or information at all about what Kevin Wesley has done whatsoever. You want people to be upset with Kevin Wesley because of everybody else, because of what somebody else did, and say these are his people. He doesn't even know them. He's went on Sinetta's platform, yeah, but he was unaware of those situations. That's not fair to him. Like, people are so shocked. Like, how did you not know? How do you not know? Y'all, I have family who's never even heard of Sinetta, Polite, or Kevin. So it's possible. It's most definitely possible that people just don't know. And you can't hold that against them and say he's a part of the crew. There is no crew. What are you talking about?
Right.
Oh, Alicia. Amora, Kevin went on Amora's panel today. Oh, I missed that. I have to tune in. How was it? How did it go? You know, we have to go check that out. I have to go check that out.
Me too. We will be doing a part 2, you guys, tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds like an interesting topic to try to catch up on and see what's going on with that as well.
Absolutely. And this was a long video, sis. So we're definitely doing a part 2, right?
We probably won't even cover it for long because, I just want to show a couple of things of, what he does. Know yourself. Hello. Thank you for coming. Shout out to
Hi.
you. No, I just want to do a couple of minutes and everything like that, and just
Oh.
reiterate. Even though I have taken moments of this situation personal because of the name callers, and it's offensive. Nobody wants to be called these names, right? It is my observation. It is nothing personal towards Callie. I don't know Callie. All I am stating is what I see so other people can see what I see, because it's important to me what I discovered in my own observation. Ashley as well. You get what I'm saying? That is the part of content creator that creation that everybody has to get back to. It's not about our personal selves, it's about the information. And as long as he can see that and understand that, you get what I'm saying? Let's be fair. You get what I'm saying? You came out with accusations, you came out with your story. I looked into your story. I didn't just take somebody's word. I looked into your story for myself. You get what I'm saying? And I spoke about it. I didn't call you names and say, "Oh, this is the worst person in the world. We're gonna call them all type of nicknames and mistreat them and talk crap and da 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 and beef over the internet." That was never the intent. So let's just respectfully just look at the information, see the information what it is for what it is. And if Callie sees the mistakes or whatever he wants to say, just acknowledge that. Acknowledge that's what it was. It didn't line up. I played your own words. It's not like I twisted them. I didn't add anything to it. I played your own words, literally.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm here for it.
Alicia says, yeah, Kevin was talking about stuff today on her panel about people calling him a scammer and other stuff. Oh, wow. I got to look into it, sis. I got to look into it.
We definitely will be back with an update. Hopefully.
Thank you for that, Alicia, because I didn't know.
Okay, well, we're letting you guys check out the video. We are reviewing the review of him reviewing Angie's video. You ready to get started, sis?
I'm ready, sis. Let's turn up one time for the one time.
It's one time for the one time. Yes, sis.
To solve something that's not even true.
Right. It's a fact.
Chief Callie is just, I don't understand. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like you really tripping. You really tried to connect Kevin to Carbon Nation just now. You really tried to
Dr. Umar, like, come on, I don't have a school I'm collecting for. He even said on his old video years ago, he stopped asking for donations when he got a job. So if I stop asking for people to help with my tube feeding and stuff when I got the money to take care of it myself, then why am I being called a scammer? You see, it's like, dude.
Because you did it, nigga. What do you mean? Because you scammed the people. That's why you're being called a scammer, nigga.
He didn't scam anyone. We've showed evidence of that. Kevin has stated this on numerous of times. Kevin has showed evidence of it. I actually have the proof of one person, Josh, who actually admitted to stealing the money. I'm not understanding why this can't be let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there was a time where Chief Callie stated that Kevin stopped asking for donations or anything of the sort, which was years ago, because Kevin got a job, the very job that Callie is trying to weaponize him of, working for Dwight Howard. That was his first start of his financial turnaround. What I'm not understanding is, why isn't this connecting to Chief Callie? Like, what part are we not understanding here?
And
He didn't need.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, around that time when he needed those donations, Kevin was going through medical issues. You get what I'm saying? He had medical surgeries. He had to have tube feeding. Even when he started to, go transition back into eating solid foods, he still needed tube feeding. But eventually, when he did get his own work, he no longer felt the need to ask his supporters for help. He was trying to manage on his own. What is the problem with that necessarily? I'm not understanding.
The sad part is, Angie, Kevin Wesley, at the end of the day, what you see is what you get from him. He went to the public and explained to them what happened. He still protected the person that stole from him. And when that was over, once Kevin healed, he's given more than enough and continues to back to the community. He's paid bills, he's paid rent, he's done so many amazing things to give back, and not just the way that Chief Cali wants, but above and beyond. So this scamming thing, it should get old. And for the people to continue to watch it, it's like now it's just a hate Kevin thing at this point, because he has not proved anything to be credible. Kevin has debunked it. Angie has debunked it, as well as myself chiming in with them. This is the same thing that's reiterated and repeated over and over again. So why are we continuing to support the foolishness? Why are we continuing to support a black man bringing a good black man down who has done nothing but help this community? And he didn't get online to make a video like Callie did. He didn't get online to flex, show a flyer of him giving out tents and things like that. He's done way so much and so many great things behind the scene. And he's did it from his heart. Even in the video for Lacey's birthday, he gave someone $20 in the rain, went back to the ATM, went back to the brother and gave it to him. That's giving back to the community as well. But that wasn't a big deal, a part of the video. But those are just one of the many things that this man has done that has been so helpful and generous from his heart. And to keep continuing to say that he's scamming and with no valid proof or evidence, it's like, why are people continuing to support this nonsense? He's repeating the same thing with no proof.
Now I want everybody to remember it was a time where Chief Cali stated when they was making that music video and they were in the hood and he had the tool on his hip. And he felt as if, Kevin was scared and said, I think this man behind us is following us. Remember? He also stated Kevin disappeared. He walked off with some guy. And turns out Kevin was actually getting ready to buy the guy some food. That right there is helping the community. And not only that, but Kevin also has videos taking his children to go feed the homeless. And not only that, but Chief Cali has also had videos stating how him and Kevin, he was taking credibility, but how him and Kevin supported and donated to the community. But now, because you're having these accusations and you want to try to push your claims, all of a sudden he's never done anything for the community. I'm not understanding that.
Exactly. And imagine you, Kevin, and you're just building your platform and you're able to give back a little bit. So now you're able to feed the homeless sandwiches and things like that. Now your platform is even bigger and you're able to pay bills. You're able to pay rent. How is that not a blessing? Why tear somebody down like that is actually doing the work, saving lives, helping people from going homeless? How's that not giving back? Helping mothers that could possibly be on the street. What is wrong with this picture right here? How can we continue to watch someone tear a good person down? That's why me and Angie are here. We're not for that. Kevin is a great man. And I refuse to let someone such as Chief Cali sit back and tear him down and assassinate his character. Not on our watch.
Period. We got to stand up for the people. We have to.
Absolutely.
Because the ones who spread the lies to tarnish somebody, to destroy somebody's character, they'll do the very thing to you. And that's not fair. Just because you dislike a person does not mean that you have to spread lies about them. That's not fair. If somebody dislikes you, would you be okay with them spreading lies all because they dislike you? No, it's never okay, especially with the accusations that he stated about Kevin. These accusations are never okay for anyone to spread about someone.
Mhm.
Whether you did it yesterday, tomorrow, down the line, in the past, you did it, nigga. You're a scammer. And you never cleaned the shit up, nigga. You're a scammer.
That platform and tell what you told him. Just like you
Right.
was gonna pull him up on a platform so he can tell what you told him. So
Right.
what he told you. So let's be real. You don't try to sit here and act like I went and got him, or
He has the same special needs guy on his panel right now, or she has him up on her panel, who we already debunked that he's a liar. I can go pull his video up right now and show he's a liar. So Kevin Wesley's a liar.
Okay,
The
well,
dude
pull
down
it
at the
up.
bottom
That's
is
what
a-
he should have did.
Is he a liar or is he uncomprehensive? Which one is it? Because in
Angie.
order to be a liar, you have to be mentally capable, right? So that debunks you because you said that he had a mental disability. Does that make sense? Am I making sense
Exactly.
with that?
Yes. And on top of that, Angie, why is he continuing to feed his supporter stories? I could go pull it up right now. Or maybe that's what you should have did before you decided to go live and claim that he was debunked. He was proven to be not credible. Why didn't you do that to actually finally bring some evidence? Since this is what you claiming about this man,
Right,
instead of telling people, I could go do this, why don't you just do it?
right. It's just Chief Cali.
a liar. And Miss Pervert Park is a sympathizer for liars and pervert park.
weaponize him in any way.
Yeah.
He deserves his chance to tell his truth, just like everybody else in the world do.
I
Y'all hear this?
did that.
He deserves to tell his truth. Yet he came back and said he lied. He did. Kevin Wesley is saying that the special needs guy on the panel right now, who said I was gay and I told him that I was having sex with men and women, he said he deserved to tell his truth, but he didn't tell the truth. He lied.
And that was in defense of you saying that he was being exploited because he's mentally incapable. And that is wrong. You shouldn't have done that.
He lied. I can go pull the video up right now. There's a whole video that we put together showing he lied. So what is this truth?
That he's mentally capable.
I did that shit on my own, blood. On bone, son. So
On
you
bone,
can't
son.
you can't tell this man that he went and got me to do anything, because if that was true, I would have known Kevin Wesley 4 years ago, around the same time that you, Callie, did that video with Kevin, and I saw that video because Kevin was being very optimistic about my situation. You was very positive in that video. I didn't see anything wrong that you said, but
This is so funny.
that guy.
This is so funny. This is hilarious because I can play the video. I can play.
Now, the crazy thing about it is so many things are being skipped and unheard. He's pausing it. So nobody on his channel is getting the discussion in its entirety. You're not being fair. Notice when I pause or when I stop the statements, it's only to give my observation, but not to cut off or skip anything that's being stated. You see the clear difference? Because I want everybody to get the full intent, to get the full speech in its entirety. That's being fair. That's getting to the truth. And my observation is only highlighting things that I see that are inconsistent to what you are claiming. That is how you give an observation.
He does not know what that means. And long as people continue to support the way he gives his observation, it's not going to ever be fair. How do
Right.
you skip through a video and say you're giving an observation, but you only play the parts that benefit you or
Right.
that suits your story?
Right. You can't debunk anything in that manner. People need to see the truth from all sides. What's the statement they say? Is three sides to a story? Is his side, is her side, and then it's the truth? Well,
Yeah.
how are they able to determine the truth if you're manipulating somebody else's side of the story?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I can play the fucking video and show that I never disrespected this dude that's talking.
That's not
I
true.
never disrespected this dude that's talking.
That's not true. You disrespected him in multiple videos.
Kevin Wesley is the one that said he was ashamed of who he was. I didn't even say that. This panel is a clown. Man, I'm going to clip all of this shit.
Go for it.
I mean, y'all are some clowns.
Thank you.
You got the liar at the bottom, you got the liar in the middle, and then you got the liar supporter. These clowns are losers.
All he videos on this nigga. All right.
This nigga.
It's sad. Like it's
That's
really
what you're gonna do to your kids. Okay. That's the mission you put your kids on. I bet he ain't never been so direct on giving them no path to follow.
Right.
That's what he's building his legacy off. That's crazy. It's
It's
sad.
Like, how
Yeah.
dumb is he sound? I wish I would tell my kids, y'all take on this mantle and go at Cali. What the hell?
Right. That's weird.
Gay people get attacked when they're fragile. People get attacked. They want to scream, "Oh, mental illness is real. People are over here wanting to hurt themselves." What about this 14-year-old girl? You
Here we
sound
go.
like you're upset.
What'd you say, Kev?
I said, here we go. What about this 14-year-old girl? When
Right.
he's really losing, he reaches back in the bag and brings up old shit again. When he's really
Right.
feeling, that's what he does.
Right. And it's crazy. Like he goes to people who are unaware of the situation and he tries to bring up Kevin is a child molester. But when he goes to other platforms,
Ain't nobody call that nigga no child molester.
that's not true. And I actually have evidence. You've called him a child molester on multiple occasions. And not only that, to back your claims, you stated that he was grooming the child. So yes, you did. And I have video recordings of that. We actually displayed that. I think it was on Ashley D's channel one time. So yeah, if I need to pull that back up for anybody. As a matter of fact, it was on the review of your interview with Aboriginal Power. You told everybody, said, remember, I'm the one that stated it. I'm the one that said it. You said it.
Yeah.
You came out with those accusations, what, about 5 or 6 months ago? And then you started to change the story. He says, the story never changed. It was just the name. That's changing the story, Callie. That's changing the story. And not only that, but you changed the story quite a few times until you got to a point to say nobody ever stated that, just like you're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are some liars. Y'all are some liars.
That are aware that he lied. It's not true. Nobody ever said anything like that.
And notice he just said,
why don't y'all just simply pull up a video?
I'll be happy to do that in my next video review. If anybody is willing to see that again, I'll go through it and show everyone. I actually have the recordings.
Pull up a video. I mean, pull the video up and show me calling you a child molester. Show me saying that you're a child molester. You can't find a video. Lies, lies, lies.
And mind you, the last video that we actually did a review on, which made him do the review on us, he was trying to connect Kevin Wesley to other people who were being charged with child molestation. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so now this next video, you're stating that it's not true. So again, can I ask, how does Kevin Wesley relate to any of these people?
Exactly. And that's what his supporters not understanding. Like Kevin said, as well as you pointed out, every single time when he has nothing else to say, has not proved anything, he reaches back into his bag and he pulls up his old lies. He cannot keep up with his lies. He'll say, I never said that. Pull the video up. Then the second you pull the video up, he gets upset. He turns around just like when he said about the shrooms incident. He begged Kevin to pull that up. Then when we saw that, he was upset it was pulled up. He cannot keep up with his lies. This
At
man
all.
keeps on speaking on a 14-year-old girl that does not exist. And then he thinks it's okay now to tie Kevin Wesley to all these other accusations on top of tying Angie. To not only guilt trip her, but also assassinate her character as a content creator as well. And she's just getting started. How dirty and low can you be?
Right. Thank you for that, sis.
You're welcome, sis. I'm sorry that you have to deal with this man 10 toes
Well,
down with you.
well, see, what he's failing to understand is it's not even a deal. It's an observation. He's offended by an observation, and that's his problem. That shows guilt in him. So it's only confirming my observation to be true. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're upset at me because I disagree with you, but you are so happy with everyone who agrees with you. I find that very odd, especially if you want everybody to get down to the truth. There are going to be people who question your statements. That's going to happen. And if we can't question it, we can't get to a truth.
Think about this too. He also says that he tried to encourage people to move on from speaking of the saga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he encourage people to do so when he's smack in the middle of it? He was upset with Amora when she wanted to move on from it, when she
Right,
wanted to make peace. He did
right.
not agree with that. So, in one breath, you're saying that you want this to go away. You do not want people beefing. You want people to speak on other things. While your page is consistently full of things from the saga, people speaking that was a part of the saga. So you continuing to speak on Kevin Wesley or other people that were involved with the saga. Make it make sense. You out of all people encouraging someone to stop speaking on something is the last thing that I will believe or anyone else should believe.
And then he even posted he posted a statement. He says, I'm me what me and Kevin Wesley have going on is not a part of any of that. So in other words, he's given a justification as to why he would continue. And then he stated in 2 different videos that he was going to stop. But then he just kept going. And we even just ignored him, like we didn't even talk about it. And he just kept going. And yes, Queen Alicia, Alicia said, I know this got to be so frustrating. This could mess up anybody's mental health. I mean, it can, because it's like what is going on? Like,
I'm
come
gonna be
on.
honest, Sis Angie. It definitely is frustrating because I don't understand how he's allowed to get away with this. And to be honest, I know a lot of people just brush it off and say, okay, he don't have it, it all together. All the marbles are not in the box or whatever you want to call it. But this is somebody's character. People are actually watching. So I know how that feels. So I can understand, and it does definitely mess with your mental health because it's like you're arguing with someone that does not have a valid argument, does not understand, or does not want to move on. He's
Right.
stuck somewhere where he should not be. This is a father. He should be focused on his family, his children. This man said he's going to continue to harass Kevin Wesley until he leaves this earth. Me and Angie made a video where we were laughing, but it can get frustrating because he's not even trying to come to a common ground or see eye to eye where he's even wrong. He's put out the videos for years. He said what he had to say. So where in his mind as a grown man where he's going to say it's time to move on? I put out my evidence. I said what I had to say. I did my part, what I had to do. So there's no reason for me to continue on to harass this man, continue to make videos. At some point in time, I have to move on with my life and turn the next chapter. Whether we want to say Kevin responds to him or not, Kevin is still putting out his own content. Kevin is still doing what he does. He's still being a motivational speaker. He's still selling books. He's still pushing positivity while Kelly is pushing this.
Right. And Kevin Wesley, he just did a video about the horoscope within the Bible, like understanding the Bible through astrology. If you guys haven't tuned into that, please go check it out.
I'm definitely gonna have to.
You know, these are the reasons why I you know, started following Kevin years ago on his Facebook platform, because of some of the information that he speaks of. You get what I'm saying? To try to, you know, gain a better understanding for myself, knowledge, learn, unlearn, and relearn. It's not because I'm a fan of anybody. It's not because of, you know, I'm just all in the Kool-Aid or whatever Chief Cali likes to state it to be. It's because, you know, it's people out here who like to speak and, you know, listen into certain topics. You get what I'm saying? And Kevin Wesley has very great topics that you can go and investigate for yourself, gain a better understanding for yourself. You know, that's what knowledge is about. I have tons of books. I got like a mini library going on in my front room. So, you know, I read up on these things. And so when I look on social media, you know, it is an interest of mine to look into these topics. You get what I'm saying? So Chief Cali, no, I'm not drinking any Kool-Aid, okay, bro? I'm actually, you know, trying to learn and gain more learning, you know, continuing to grow within the mind. And Kevin Wesley is one of the platforms that speaks of a lot of the topics that I've been interested to listen to. So don't be upset about that, bro. If you had well, I wouldn't even say that, because I can't trust your word in this situation. There's no need to trust your word in any other subject.
Facts.
Lies. 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 Lies.
We know.
Never called this man a
Real
child
quick.
molester. He keeps putting that out there in the universe.
This is his angle. Notice he just says, what about that 14-year-old girl? What 14-year-old girl? What about her? You mean the one that Melissa Rios hit you up personally about and told you about and said she wanted to get her son out that house? That Melissa Rios, the one who died short.
All right, so here he goes with the Melissa Rios thing, right? I got a video on my page saying I made a mistake and said the wrong name. It wasn't.
Now, he has a video when he first came out about this. He said, Melissa Rios told me all of these things and how Kevin was being flued out to different shroom ceremonies. And it's so coincidental that she would pass away after she told me all of this, y'all. She told me this stuff personally, and then she passed away. You get what I'm saying? I think he even might have said, I'm not a conspiracy theory, but it's so funny how coincidentally she passes away after telling me all of this. Okay.
Sounds like a conspiracy theorist to me.
Right. I don't know how many people ran into that video, but he stated it multiple times that this lady told him. So yeah, and then to say that you had the wrong name, how can you have the wrong name with an accusation so harsh, such as pedophilia or child molestation? Come on. That is not something you're supposed to mess up a name of. And why is it that she felt so important to come to you, Chief Cali, instead of going to the authorities? Instead of speaking out to people in closer relation to her? Why is it that she reached out to somebody that you claim you didn't even know Dwight like that, remember? But then, oh yeah, we used to hang out all the time and smoke weed and our children was running around the house together. But you get what I'm saying? Like, which one is it? The inconsistencies is making me feel as if what you're stating is not true. It has nothing to do with Kevin. It has everything to do with what you're saying.
And the information you're putting out.
Right.
And you always say, I already had this video. I should pull it up. you're taking time to put together all this other stuff that's irrelevant. Why don't you, instead of doing that, take the time out and put together your craft? Put together the videos that actually support what you're trying to show your supporters, what you're trying to prove. What's the point of you having them on a treasure hunt, trying to find the information? You're saying, well, I can go pull it up, or I spoke on this. Why not just take your time and pull a video up if that's what you're really trying to do, or the evidence that you really have, and put it together so it actually makes sense?
And it's insane. It's insane. Let's see what else he has to say. We ain't gonna stay before you long. We just gonna do a little bit of it, because then we'll just go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Melissa Rios, but it was the other one. But he doesn't want to let that die, right? So this is why we won't let it die, that you have a stomach, nigga. The same way I made a mistake and said Melissa Rios when it was really Christine that said what she said. You keep saying you have a stomach. You keep saying you don't have a stomach when you do have a stomach, nigga.
So how does this compare? So instead of it being Melissa Rios, because remember, Dwight has a lot of baby mamas, but only one of them passed away, y'all. So now it's supposed to be a different person. And because Kevin says, oh, my stomach hurts, or I feel like my stomach is about to explode, which is actually a description of how he may be feeling, especially in the abdomen region, which is a whereabout space. It's an assumption. You get what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it compares to him not really having stomach removal surgery. That's your evidence as to why he didn't have stomach removal surgery, Callie? That doesn't make sense. That's not proof of anything. It's plenty us women, we go through surgery. We have ovaries removed sometimes, depending on the situation. We have even we have all type of different things that happen within the abdomen region. Does that mean that we're supposed to say, oh, where my ovaries used to be hurts? Like, come on, what are you talking about? Am I making sense? Oh, I done lost my sis. Alicia says Kevin and Callie should get on the panel and work this issue out, because this was years ago and old issue still talking about. Exactly, Alicia. Exactly. It's so unfortunate, because when he came up on the Morris panel, like, seriously, y'all, I thought that was going to be like the moment, and it didn't work. And then Break Room had she made her panel another opportunity, and it didn't happen again. And I'm just like, what in the world? And it's like Callie is just refusing to let it go. And it's just like he thinks that he's doing this for the community. But what he's failing to understand is a lot of the people who have been charged and convicted, or if they have evidence out there, they have pure evidence showing documentation, proof. People have been charged, convicted. This thing has been going on for years, and no evidence, no grounding evidence. Callie has been the only person of where all of these accusations stem from, for the most part, and it's like it doesn't make any sense at all. That's why it's not sticking. It's not connecting. Move forward. You made your claims. You made your videos. Move forward. Young Heru says it's over with. They need to go there. The disrespect on the trust is gone. He has an agenda. And Queen Alicia says they both were great friends. I think they could do it. I mean, I felt like there could have been a hope. You get what I'm saying? But the way that the passion that Chief Callie has about this situation is like he's making it to where it's so difficult and non-existent. You get what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense at all to be so angry about things that you cannot prove, that are very inconsistent. You change the story throughout time, throughout different environments of people. It's like, when is it going to connect for him to just stop? Just stop. But let's play some more for a little bit. Let's see if Ashley comes back up with us.
keep saying my stomach was about to bust. Okay, so we're gonna play this your way too. We're gonna play this your way too, sir. You don't get to make a mistake and say you don't have a stomach, but you keep saying my stomach. You don't get to make that mistake. If I can't make a mistake about Melissa Rios, you can't make a mistake about your stomach, sir.
Oh, after she told you that,
Well,
that little girl?
He can't state that his stomach hurts because you made a mistake about an accusation about him. You made an accusation about him, but now he doesn't have room to state that his stomach hurts. You get what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't make sense. You guys, he had stomach removal, right? And what they did was they took the lower esophagus piece and they attached it to his intestines. When he started to eat solid foods, it was to expand his esophagus into being a replacement for his stomach. So thus, yes, he has a new stomach. It's his esophagus. You get what I'm saying? So if he says that it hurts, it hurts. And not only that, but the intestines are in the stomach area as well. So yes, his intestines can be hurting. You cannot compare this to accusation of child molestation. You can't compare it. If we go to court, you can't say, "Oh, judge, I made a mistake on the witness's name. I made a mistake on the witness's name." The judge is going to look at you like, what? You had time to come to court to get your information and documents in order, and you have the wrong person? Claim dismissed. It's dismissed. Terry, thank you for coming in, King. Nice to see you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, come on. And then even after he had his stomach attached to his intestines, he had a bowel obstruction. And basically what they're stating is he had complications within his intestines. That's what the bowel is. It's your intestines. You get what I'm saying? So then he needed tube feeding again. And this region was his intestinal region where they placed the tube. So all of these surgeries, all of these pictures and medical records that he placed online, they go out of the window because Chief Cali got somebody's name wrong. That's insanity. That is insanity. It makes no sense whatsoever. Right.
Oh, no, not that one. No, not. Oh, wrong name. Oh, okay. So some person with a name called you. No. Oh, they didn't call it. Okay, they called.
Wrong name, but the story didn't change, my nigga.
The name makes the story change. And not only that, but it changed to the point where you said other women were standing around. In your first statement, in your first 2 or 3 statements, other women weren't standing around. You get what I'm saying? Yes, the story has changed multiple times on different platforms at that.
Oh, somebody wants me to work on saying nigga so much, so I'm gonna try to work on that. Wrong name, but the story's still the same. Wrong name, but the story's still the same. Who do you be? Y'all, boy, the Kool-Aid.
What would make us a clown is if we were to just automatically believe what you're stating. It makes common sense for people to question. Oh, he got the name wrong. Okay, that might raise an eyebrow. That might lead me to question something and take a deeper look. You know, get a different perspective. You want to know why? Because that is a flaw in your accusation. That's nobody's fault. Nobody is in the Kool-Aid gang because of that. That's because they're considering what you're stating. They're hearing an inconsistency. They're trying to understand whether they should believe whether you are just getting the name wrong or whether you may be lying. That's common sense. It has nothing to do with somebody liking somebody more than the other.
this Melissa Rios told him this 2 years ago, and he didn't say shit about it until now. Ain't that crazy?
Right.
Somebody who stand for the community. So it sounds like you more on me about skimming than you were on me about so-called molesting a 14-year-old girl. When someone came and told you that.
Break room 411 is over there calling me stupid. Oh, I got you, sister. Got you.
First and foremost, do not come for the break room 411, please. Because if you don't want no straightening, don't do it. All she did was repeat what Devin stated. She did not call you stupid. She repeated what Devin stated. And Devin was saying el stupido like in Spanish. And that is the reason why she typed that. She was not coming for you. So please do not come for her. She is a lady. You are a man. She has every right to participate on any platform she so chooses. And I value and appreciate her supporting my platform. And she was not talking about you.
Got you, sister.
And died. You still didn't say shit?
Right.
Damn, you waited until 2 years later that somebody say you look like you was on drugs, and now all of a sudden it's important? And now you're going for the community? Oh, man. So if nobody would have said you like you was on drugs, then you would have never stood up for this little girl, would you?
And the crazy thing about it is, people on your channel would have known that she was just repeating what Devin was stating if you would have played the video in its entirety. So now they're going to believe what you're stating about Break Room that is not even true. That is how manipulation works. And that is not fair to her or your followers. Right.
What
Fucking liar.
What 50 Cent used to say in one of his songs? You say you a gangster, but you probably not. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen to who's defending this nigga.
Last time I checked, Devin was defending his name. Kevin is defending his name. Okay? You made statements about both of these men, and they are on this platform, and they are offended because you keep making claims about them, and they keep trying to tell you otherwise. You are bothering them. Devin does not want to be called mentally disabled because he is not. What part of that can you not understand?
Listen to who he has. This is who he runs to now. What happened to Coach Renz? What happened to Coach Renz? Why he ain't speaking up for you no more? What happened to Jamar Milton? Why he ain't speaking up for you no more? Where's the big leaders from the conscious community? Why they not speak? This is who's defending this nigga now. These two retards. This is who's defending him.
Retards. Is that what he calling us? But in this very video, he showed so many inconsistencies, lies, deceit, emotions. It makes no sense at all. I don't think I've gotten through one video of Chief Cali and actually walked away from it believing anything that he's ever stated. Not one thing. And I've taken into deep consideration what he was stating. That's the whole reason why I show my observations, because I actually was trying to consider what he was stating, and I can't see anything from it.
This is who this guy has defending him.
But we resort to name calling and attacks when you can clearly see there is none on my end.
This is sad.
Right.
Now, considering the fact that most of my observations that I've done was because of Chief Cali statements, and not even adding any videos of Kevin Wesley statements to back anything that I'm stating, you would think that if I was considering what Chief Cali was saying and found it to be true, this platform would be in a different format, right? It would actually be in favor of what Cali is stating, but it can't be. It's not. And it's because of Chief Cali's own words.
wankster out here, bro. Like, how you gonna accuse somebody of raping a little girl? Wait 2 years later, and don't say shit. You need to be like Crazy K from Tales from the Hood.
Right.
You need to get your head popped off.
Right.
Right. If I'm actually guilty, then something need to happen to him for sitting on that information.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He sat on it for years, and he waited
Right.
until this past current month to try to bring up the accusations, and then he changed the story multiple times. Like,
Hey, Miss Pervert Park, shut up. Don't nobody care what you got to say.
you obviously do. You're doing a review on it, and not only that, but you've called me out numerous of times, from which I even tried to avoid a few of them, ignore a few of them. But you keep doing it, so that lets me know that you're very concerned of what I have to say, and I highly appreciate it. I thank you for finding value in what I have to say, because it's not like I reached out to you.
Don't nobody care what you got to say, Miss Pervert Park. You're a whole pervert supporter. Shut up. We don't care what you got to say, lady. We don't care. Miss Pervert Park. Well, I'm gonna go get a shirt made that says Angie is a pedophile supporter.
That's fine. We get some shirts. Hang on. And we'll get some shirts that say Callie is a false pedophile accuser. Yeah, because we need the community to understand how dangerous that shit is. And we need men everywhere to understand how dangerous that shit is, that this motherfucker's out here acting like this, accusing other men of touching children. And grabbing on the stories he see on YouTube and running with them. Yeah, that's a real fucking problem. And people need to know who he is. Real shit.
Right. And I'll be one of the first customers to buy the pedophile accuser t-shirt.
And what I'll tell them, Callie, don't invest your money in a shirt, sweetie. Invest your money in getting your teeth clean. And let's play.
Real quick. When he used to take care of me, I wouldn't say anything, but his breath did stink a little. Though. I'm just saying.
Period. Don't worry about Angie. Worry about your dental hygiene. Let's do that.
Right.
That's the problem now. He ain't worried about himself. He definitely needs to take some time and pour it into himself. He don't get it. He'll get it one of these days when it's too late.
Who in the hell? What tongue gets that thing?
Like you trying to come for the wrong person. Please, I'm telling you, don't do that, because a read up and down is possible.
Read all you want to read, sister. You're a whole pervert. You're a whole pervert supporter.
I'm not a pervert supporter, and you definitely need to do something with all the grease coming out of the pores in your face. Okay, I'm telling you, like, really chill out.
Read all you want to read. Read all you want to read. Read away. When you're done reading, and then what? You're still going to be a pervert supporter.
You know what? I try to hold back some things, but you know what Callie reminds me of? Y'all ever saw the movie Malibu's Finest? Malibu's Finest, or what, the 8 Mile, trying to be something that you're not. Let's be honest, okay? So let's do that. Let's just be real with ourselves, okay?
You're still going to be a whole pervert supporter if you're not a pervert yourself.
Is that an accusation on me now? Is that an accusation on me now, Chief Kelly? Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to go there? Let's not.
Do you think I give a fuck what you got to say?
Clearly you do.
And the special needs guy that's a liar down there?
Clearly you do.
Y'all got a whole nigga up here that lies. Who gives a fuck what y'all got to say?
I try to be respectful.
You
I try to keep boundaries. But please don't be that invested in me.
Shut up and go.
Behave. I will keep it classy, because I'm real cute. I'm pretty in real life.
Go support your perverts.
You want to poke your nose. I'm showing evidence of what the community is saying. This ain't just Cali.
Ain't none of the people talking
You
about
get
me.
ready
Stop
for
lying.
it, sister. Here it comes.
You didn't even take this video down after he went to jail for this shit. You're
I'm gonna take the video down.
defending this shit.
Exactly, V.
You wanted us to listen.
Look,
Right?
hold
You
on.
had some shit to say, right?
After finding out he went to private school and all this and that, and he's trying to act like he came from nothing. I can only think about Malibu's Finest and 8 Mile. Like, not even 8 Mile, because even in 8 Mile, the guy came from, the struggle. But Malibu's Finest most definitely fits. Like, what is you doing? You trying to put on a front? Like, be real with yourself, bro.
We hear you now. Clear the voice. We hear you.
You guys, if you want to watch that full video, if y'all want to watch that full, I'm gonna get back to this brother's video because he really breaks the Wi-Fi pervert part down. The Wi-Fi
Nigga, you ain't breaking shit down.
Miss
You ain't
Annie
breaking
wants to
shit
poke
down.
her nose
Thanks.
in and support these people, okay? So we got to call this lady out. She wants the attention, right? We got to call this lady out. Those are
They gotta call me out because I'm giving my observation. I became public enemy number 1 because I'm only giving my observation of the claims you put on the internet. That's crazy. Okay.
So he's trying to encourage people to make videos about you.
Right, you want to call me out, Chief Cali, but here's the thing that you need to understand. When people start tuning in to the information that I place out, they're going to start to see the clear difference in your mannerisms, your behavior, and your false lies and narratives.
Lady, cut the games. Just cut the games out. First of all, you're jumping in some shit you don't even know the full story of. Second of all,
I didn't jump into anything, and I actually went back and looked at the entire full story, the same story that you repeat over and over and over as if you're not tired of it. So yeah, the story is very simple. As a matter of fact, it's so simple. I debunked you within a couple of videos and really didn't need to have to continue, but it was you that keeps coming for me.
well, it's not just Cali. You're sitting here worried about Cali. You're actually sitting here
not worried about you whatsoever. I could really care less what you do with your life. It's obviously not a pleasant life. You can't be happy with yourself being so concerned about another man.
About Cali. Attack the man that's talking in the video. He's got a way bigger platform than me.
There's no need to attack someone who's not doing anything wrong. It doesn't matter about the size of the platform, which is quite evident because you're attacking me and your platform is bigger than mine. Do you see the hypocrisy in what you're stating? Your platform is bigger than mine. You're attacking me. You're telling me to attack Kevin, and there's no reason to attack him. If there was a reason from all of the accusations that you placed out for me to be upset with Kevin, I would be. But there are none. You're a liar.
That man in the video, whatever happened to common sense? We're looking at his video where we're telling you the
man in the video isn't even speaking about Kevin. That's what you're trying to manipulate people into feeling like he is, and he isn't. There's no need for me to speak with him about anything or to attack him about anything. He hasn't brought up accusations on a person that cannot be proven. That is not true. He has not spoken on Kevin.
That you're supporting is just like all the people that he's calling out in that video.
If he's just like them, show us the evidence, because every person that he called out has evidence on them, actually been charged of things. There's factual proof and sources that people can point to without placing a name. I don't have any other evidence but you. What part of that you're not understanding? You haven't placed out anything to back your claims. Thus, you are the only source.
He's just not big enough in the community. That's why his name isn't on the list. He's not a big enough name in the community.
Okay, so he's not a big enough name in the community, but you're comparing him to people with big enough names as if he is? I'm confused. So are we now admitting that it's just a personal problem? Which one is it?
He's a nobody, like the woman that told me that I was talking to. She said nobody's saying his name because he's not important enough.
Oh, he's not important enough. So that means that you can stop talking about him too then. Let him not be important. Why are you trying to connect him to people that you feel are important? If there's no connection and he's a nobody, leave his name out your mouth. It's just that simple.
He's not, he's the bottom of the barrel in this community. They're now trying to bring him in as the new polite.
How can he be brought in as a new anything when he already had a name for himself? What are you not understanding? Like, what are you not getting about this? They cannot recreate him into being a new anything when he's been Kevin Wesley the entire time. Nobody's trying to bring anything into that. Did you get any of this confirmation from anybody to back your claims? I'm not understanding. Did you have a private conversation with anybody who says, oh yes, we have made conversation and statements trying to move him in as the new polite, quote unquote? Have you had those conversations? Please bring forth information and evidence of this, because what you're stating now is your own speculation or lies. They're lies that you want people to believe, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
But they don't like him in the conscious community.
If they don't like him, then how will they be able to bring him in to be somebody that they must have liked? See the hypocrisy, see the inconsistency. They don't like him, but they were going to bring him in as this person. Well, in order for them to bring him into a community, they would have to like him, right? So you're stating that they don't like him. You're stating that he's not big enough. You're stating all of these things, but somehow you want us to believe that they were making efforts to do these things. Are you listening to what you're saying?
He's not liked over there. Ain't nobody.
He's not liked over there. So how are you going from platform to platform saying they're trying to make him the new polite? They don't like him over there. So where did you get this information from? Where is your source for that?
Don't nobody take that nigga serious.
They don't take him serious, but they were going to make him the new polite.
Don't nobody take that nigga serious.
According to you, they were going to make him the new polite, but they don't like him. Okay, so if they don't like him, how did you add it up in your mind that they were going to make him in the community as somebody else?
Community. That's why nobody's saying his name. Hold on one second. Hold on.
And then they may just turn and call you out. Be mindful of the grave you try to give someone else, because it may be the very grave that you fall in.
Some of you who care, we gotta call this woman out. This Kevin Wesley supporter, this Ashley D. We gotta call these women out.
You have to call us out as if we've done anything harshly to the community, except for giving our observation. So are we up there with Dr. Umar and Brother Polite now? Are we big enough for to be in comparison to the things that they have done? Is that what you're saying? The people got to call us out too.
These are the pervert park supporters. They're
the thing, the pervert park that he's talking about or whatever is a trailer park in Florida, which I had no clue of. Thank you for the video of spreading that awareness. At least you did something right? But I've never been there. I don't know anybody there. I've never given any financial help or any time or communication with anybody in that environment. So there you have it.
pervert park supporters. I'm gonna let this brother get back to telling y'all about pervert park. I'm gonna let this brother explain, because this is who Angie is trying to defend. And I don't care. This ain't Callie speaking. This is Tasha K speaking. This is What is Common Sense speaking. This is Queen Drea speaking. This is Neo X speaking. Queen Strong speaking. This is all of you in the chat speaking. This is the community.
So because I have a different observation, all of these people should be mad at me. Is that what you're stating? All of these people should be mad at me because I have a separate observation. Is that what you're stating? Because they can speak their minds and they can give their points of views, but because mine is an opposition of you, they're supposed to attack me because of that, right? Is that what I'm hearing? Are you antagonizing or not antagonizing, but are you trying to instigate a problematic situation amongst other content creators because they have different observation and perspectives? Is that what I'm hearing? Should I be intimidated by your threats? Let me know.
Yo,
What community?
He's trying to call.
Watch this. So look. So Tasha K got something to say about you.
Right. Tasha K is not even going to look my way. Like, what in the world are you talking about?
Why would Tasha K have anything to say about that broad? Nobody knows who that broad.
That's literally what you just stated in the video. Are you missing that? Are you really missing that? Welcome back, sis.
Hey, thank you. I apologize, sis, for dropping down for a moment. My son came home.
Oh, that's good. Well, we ain't gonna keep you too long, sis. I might even close out in a few seconds. I just wanted to, do a review of my review.
Absolutely. And I wanted to help you do the review because it was so funny, but I do want you to have a part 2 tomorrow, sis, because I'm enjoying it. And I want to continue on to elaborate on the review of the review, if you get me.
Of course. Because all of the inconsistencies, they just continue over and over and over. And it's just like, at some point, he'll probably listen in enough and say, well, let me get my lie together. Let me tighten up some of these screws. Let me at least take some wisdom from what they're saying so I can make my lies more believable. And maybe people will stick with you a little bit longer while you're spreading these lies. Because what I've noticed is people will stick with you for a season, except for the very ones who started with you in the beginning, who know you're lying.
Speak. Exactly.
I'm just like, you done been at this for years. You should have some of these loose screws tightened up by now. But, since you don't, you're kind of making it easier for me.
Exactly. And then it's funny because he say the community. Who is the community? This is the community. I still don't know who the community is. For one. And for two, it's just a bunch of people that's hanging together for the hatred of this one man that has inconsistent lies. All of their lies are inconsistent. So we have a bunch of inconsistent people hanging together with a bunch of lies. Make it make sense.
But eventually this may, and I hope no bad on anyone, but it just sounds like, when you involve people in their passions about what they are speaking of, and they find out that you are lying, and they feel as if you've never considered what they've been standing for from the beginning, this may be a turnaround on you. And that's why you have to stop. You have to stop. I don't hope for it to happen. I don't even see it happen. I can't predict the future. But at the same time, things like that does happen. You get what I'm saying? Because if anybody is considering to look at the information that I'm stating, they'll realize that their problem is not with us. It's not with us. Because I'm only giving, and I'll say it again, an observation.
For the 50th millionth time, you signed up to be a content creator. You put out the information. You claim that these are the facts. So it's only right. You're calling this woman a pervert. You're pretending, or should I say, you're insinuating that these people are a part of this community with no evidence, no facts. Neither one of them stay in a trailer park, not saying nothing's wrong with that. But how are you tying these people with this narrative that you're trying to run with now? Because everything you've said has been debunked, has been proven to be a lie, has not been consistent. So now, for one incident with Angie trying to straighten something out on her platform, you run with that and you tie her in with all these people as well, that accusations have not been proven, but it's out here or whatever. You're trying to stir up stuff. You're adding people and things you know absolutely nothing about. You're poking people.
Right.
And when they decide to bite back, be ready, cauliflower.
Because that's offensive. You get what I'm saying? And just like I stated multiple times, I have to do my own independent research. You get what I'm saying? And that means that I would have to go to their videos, consider what they're saying in their perspective, go to other videos. And it's so many people involved, you guys, that would take time. That's a serious situation for every party within it. So I would consider
delicate situation.
Right. I would have to consider everybody in that situation, and that would take time. And I don't have that time as of right now. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to make a point. You get what I'm saying? Just jumping out the window with it. You get what I'm saying? And I think anybody with the sense of passion that everybody has spoken of on that situation would understand that. So what Callie is doing is he hasn't even taken his own time either. He doesn't even know what he's talking about, but he's using their passion to try to make them come against me. And it's like don't do that, because this could turn around on you. This
and
could
really, as a content creator, I'm sorry, sis, we've had people as well as people with bigger platforms have had people on their panel just asking questions, interviewing. That does not mean you're tied to those people. I remember a video where Sonetta publicly said he does not acknowledge Nature Boy in that sense, but Nature Boy did say something pretty disturbing online where he allowed his son to touch his private after intercourse with his wives. And he interviewed him after that just to ask a few questions. So from that point on, this guy, Callie, has not only tied him to the cult leader, but tied Kevin. And like Angie said, these are some serious accusations that's floating around. We love being content creators. We love what we do. We love interacting with you guys. But at the end of the day as well, we both have very busy lives that are very demanding. And for those accusations to be out, that evidence has to be reviewed from one person's videos to the next. And it has to be viewed with a fine comb through, piece by piece. Nobody wants to just put something out here and as serious as that and just run with a narrative or place a video when it's not a fact or it has not been fact checked.
It's so many names of people that I don't even know. So like, when you say these different names, I'm like, oh, that's another person. That's another person. I don't know who that is. What you get what I'm saying? That speaks volumes. That's a lot of people that you have to, consider their perspective of the story as well, because they're all involved in the story. And I'm just looking like, look, I can't do that. I don't even care at this point, because it was just like, the attacks was just like, whoa, like, wait a minute, any interest or concern that I may have had, you kind of brushing me off, you know what I'm saying? To the point where it's kind of like, you
don't even want to go there. It's too much.
And it's a very serious thing. And shout out to V Bennett. When I first came into my own content, I came to V Bennett's channel, I came to Shaka channel, and even when I was looking at some of their videos, you get what I'm saying, it was still like a fog, because imagine walking in the middle of a conversation. And when you walk into a middle of a conversation and you don't know how the conversation starts off, of course, you're not going to be aware of, basically how to respond or what conclusion to come to. You have to go to the beginning of the conversation so you can get the full understanding in its entirety. And I think that's only fair before people make judgment about anything that I have stated or done. I've stated so many times that I have to do my full research. Shout out to Negro Rap in the building.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. And shout out to V Bennett, brother. You seem like a pretty cool guy. I met you through Angie panel, and you seem like a genuine soul, and you have a message, and you're trying to get out what you're saying. And you've been very supportive. You've been on my channel as well, and I appreciate that. Young Hero, you've been over there as well. I hope I pronounced that right. But shout out to you, brothers. Thank you for supporting Sis Angie.
Negro Raf is another one. He's definitely, like, they were so welcoming. And when I listen to their conversations about any topics that V Bennett has, I give great consideration of what he's saying. But I can't front, like, because the story is so deep and there's so many different people that I'm unaware of. I have moments where I am lost. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, I would have to look into this. I would have to look into that, especially if you're going to bring it to your platform. Everybody knows when I first started speaking about Kevin Wesley, there were some bumps in the roads for me because I didn't have 100% of the information in this story. So, it's a learning process, but I had the full understanding to where I can make my determination. It's just a little bit of pieces that I didn't have. But when you're talking about the situation with Sinetta, it's a bigger story. It's a huge story with a lot of people involved. So you know what I'm saying? I would have to take my time before I make that content,
Absolutely.
Oh, brother Kevin is in the building. Peace to you, King. Peace to you.
Hey, brother. Blessings to you. Peace.
Yes,
Kevin.
What we did today was we did a review of our review. Basically, because we all know when I was giving the review of him calling us out, calling me a pervert supporter, he started to record our video and give a review, right? And so I said today, well, we're going to give a review on that. And we've already uncovered so many inconsistencies within that video. And I don't even think we got to the halfway mark. We're still in the beginning of it. And I said that I wasn't going to do I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole video because, like I said, Callie likes to repeat things over and over and over and over and over. And you basically get the full assumption in the beginning half anyway. It's kind of like a drag along until he's finished talking.
Right. And hopefully she reviews the part 2 tomorrow. I'm down for it.
Of course, we can do it. That's fine with me.
Okay. I feel like I owe that.
I don't know how far to go, but I'm just like, and I do want to bring out some more information because he's stating that he never stated certain things, and I can bring those back to the forefront for everyone to see as well. What does Kevin say? Negro Raf and V Bennett both said peace to Kevin. Kevin said peace to both of you guys. And Kevin Wesley says, you notice how he would continue to talk so he didn't have to reveal what was being said to his panel. Exactly. And then he stops it and then he forwards on to a different piece of it. It's like you're not playing it in its entirety, so they're not getting the full understanding of the discussion, and that is manipulation. That is the part of deceit. You get what I'm saying? Stop
Absolutely.
lying to people. Stop showing inconsistencies. Stop doing these manipulative things and thinking as if it's going to get you further, or people are actually going. People have been believing, but and it baffles me because I'm like, I think they may believe him for a minute because of the emotions being displayed, but after a while, people do grasp the thought of this doesn't make sense. Toxic people, toxic leaders, toxic anything, they have a short success. It's never long lived because people start to become frustrated and people start to see things differently with time. And that is what he's not understanding. You have to stop doing that.
Absolutely. And like you said, people will see those inconsistencies with time. If you're continuing to play the same thing over, then you turn around and say you didn't say that when clearly you did. You say you didn't say that with the 14-year-old girl, and you come back and you start all over again with the same accusations. Now you add something else in there. Now we're talking about a trailer park where pedophiles live, and now you're insinuating that Angie as well as Kevin is a part of that. Like, it's not right. And people are waking up and they're starting to notice that you're full of it. Right?
It just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, sis. And it's sad. And you guys, it's laughable because at this point, it's like you need to give it up. If you have to start making up things, throwing things out there in the air, when we all know Kevin doesn't live in a trailer park, Angie doesn't live there. He doesn't have any video or any proof that they're even cool with anyone that's a part of that community, so he calls it. So why would you throw that in a video? Subliminally trying to tell your supporters that this is who they are, this is who they support, this is what they believe in. That's manipulation. And if your supporters can't see that without the facts or the evidence, why continue to listen to that behavior? Why continue to support that? Like, everyone
Right.
comes over there and say, Kelly, keep exposing the truth. Don't stop, brother. What truth has he exposed that has not been debunked? What has
Right.
he said that has been proven to be a fact? Why encourage him to keep doing this? Like, at this point, it's just ridiculous and it's laughable, like Angie said, and she's doing.
And Kevin says his motives are obviously malicious. You say you are exposing a scammer, but instead you're posting his newborn. Like, what? Yes, exactly. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, why would you do something like that? You're stating that he's not a molester, and you never stated that, but somehow he's lined up with molesters. What are you talking about? Which one is it? Stick to something, please. I beg of you. And I'm in opposition of your statements. Like, what are you doing? Negro Rap
And he
said
keeps insinuating that something's wrong with Kevin's baby because every time they post their child, he's saying that they're exploiting their child. But there's no Cash App under there. No one's asking for any type of contribution, any donations. So if I was someone that had a child that allegedly has something that he's trying to insinuate is wrong with their child, I would be very offended. Because
right,
now he's saying they can't post their child, and the reason they're doing so is for cash apps. It's for some type of donations. It's some type of exploitation. Why don't people find that offensive? Think
right,
about it.
right. And then Negro Rap said he even looks animated. Yet, yes, he speaks animated. He looks animated. It's so theatrical. I mean, at times I'm just like, you can't help but to laugh because it's like, it's so funny. Like, is this supposed to be a moment that we're taking serious because you're pausing with your statements and your facial expressions and the music in the background? And it's just like, what, Callie? Come on. Just, we get it.
Like,
We
he's
get
telling
it.
a story, Angie, to a bunch of 5-year-olds. He's being extra. He's being animated. He's changing his voice. He's going from a high pitch to a low pitch. The community. They're trying to take from the community.
We're
And
supposed to
she's
say,
supporting this.
we're supposed to say,
Supporting what, Callie?
wow. We're supposed to say, wow, Callie, that makes so much sense. Like, what? We don't even know what you said yet. You ain't even got to a point. Like, what? Negro Rap
Exactly.
said, why y'all got his mouth wide like that? Because that's how he do it. He just animated. What is wrong with Callie?
Terrible.
And Kevin says that baby exploiting accusation is an attack on me. Imagine that being said to you about your newborn child. Exactly. Like that's not
Mhm.
right. It's not fair. Like what are you talking about? You don't have anything to back your claims. You're backing your claims with a picture off of Facebook of a baby. And people are supposed to look at it and say, "Oh my goodness, Callie, you've exposed him."
And
What?
that's what hurts me as well as Angie even more as a mother, Kevin. They always, such as him and the people that support him, try to insinuate because you're posting your child that you're proud of. Lacey's posting her first child, only child, with excitement. And then someone comes along and take that from you to not only insinuate that your child is sick, but you're posting your child out of wanting to gain and benefit from that. Imagine how hurtful that is. And she fights through that and continues to come online and show the love and gratitude to the people that actually care, the people that was actually there through the process of her being pregnant, that cares about seeing her in your newborn child. It's not right. As a woman, I think that is very disrespectful. And for people to allow him to continue to get away with that. He posts their child for crying out loud and
Right,
pretends as though it's for donations. So now we can't post our kids. So you're
right.
insinuating anyone who posts their child, they're doing that for some type of financial gain? That's
That's sick.
crazy.
That's insane. That's
Absolutely.
insane.
And disrespectful. How low can you go?
It's just disgusting. What does Kevin say? He's literally trying to manipulate people into believing his lies about me and my family. If there was any proof whatsoever, you know they would post it. Exactly. If you're speaking about a baby being exploited online, there would be online evidence to back these claims, and there are none. There are none whatsoever. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, what part of that are people missing? Like, is and I
Wouldn't
scratch
he
my
be
butt.
posting that, Angie, instead of just a picture? Every time
Right,
he posts just a picture. Where are the proof? Where are the videos to support the accusations that he's claiming?
right,
Besides just a picture. Look, they're exploiting their child. They post a picture of their child again today. Their child is in the car with them. Look, they're exploiting him. He's holding his baby in the camera. Like, come on.
like what is wrong with him? Like, what is wrong with you, Callie? What is it? What
It's
is
not
it?
right.
What people don't understand with trauma, and I said it before and I'll say it again. Mental trauma is the same as if you have a physical injury. It
Thank you.
causes damage. And if you do not get healing or counseling, it can cause physical damage. And what Callie needs is help.
What does
People
he
need
need to do, Angie? Tell me. I love when you say what people
he,
need to
he
do.
need to go lay on one of them couches. You know what I'm saying? Get some therapy. Okay, you laid
Thank
on Dwight
you.
Howard's couch. You need to go lay on a therapist's couch. Okay, because you need mental help. What you're doing, and he feels as if, and the sad thing about it is, he's actually convinced because of the support he's receiving when he speaks of these things. So he feels convinced as if these things make sense and they don't. You guys, we should see clear signs of mental trauma and tell people that they need to get help. It's wrong. It's not healthy. It's not okay. He's not making any sense whatsoever. He needs counseling. Something is
Absolutely.
wrong.
And for people to think that it's okay. Like, think about this. We Everyone was upset saying that we was bullying Brianna, right?
Right.
Some of those people are still supporting Callie. So imagine no one is no longer talking about Brianna. You have people here and there. Okay, it is what it is. But imagine if you was in Kevin's shoes. So it makes it okay for this man to continue to talk about him and now drag his newborn child in that, as well as his wives, and now people that actually want to take a stand, see what's going on, debunk the accusations, speak up. Those people are being not only antagonized, called awful names, but being accused of the worst accusations ever, being a part of some type of pedophile ring. So just put yourself in put yourself in Kevin's shoes for a moment. Nobody is telling this man to walk away. They think that this is okay. It is cyberbullying at its finest. And I know Kevin don't like the word bullying, but it is what it is. And it's not right. And nobody is seeing anything wrong with this picture. They just tell Kevin, well, just ignore it. Imagine if this was you. Hell, it was me. For someone
Right.
to just come online and say these just this outlandish, wrong accusations and post your child and antagonize you about things that you do with your family.
Right.
You proud of your child at your special moments, and this person come along and they say you're doing it for malicious reasons. Put
Right.
yourself in those shoes. It's not
Right.
right. And it's
Right.
been going on for years.
Right. It's like, y'all, we got to get to a point where a lot of people just have to take a step back, take a deep breath, and just re-look at the information again and say, maybe I was angry about something that was going on with myself or with the situation, and I had so much passion in it that maybe I need to just reanalyze my thought process about this situation because I might have brung on my own beliefs based upon how I was feeling at the time, and just look at things from a place of logic. Look at things from a place of sense. And if anybody is like cool with Callie, and that's okay to be cool with him, like it's nothing wrong for him to have friends and associates, but like somebody just like, please, like tell him, like, bro, it really just don't make sense. Like, you just gotta let it go. Like, just let it go, bro. Like, I care about you. Just let it go. I know he's not gonna want to hear it from me because I've stated it so many times. Just stop. I know Ashley stated it so many times. I know Kevin stated it so many times. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop. That's it. All you have to do is just stop. Because,
And imagine Angie, Kevin even apologized. He's not even responsible for it. Imagine being put in a situation you apologize to give that person peace, even though you was not the terrorizer. You was not in the wrong for responding in the manner that you did because they've been continuously poking you. And you apologize. So whatever it is about yourself that bothers this person so bad, you want to give them peace so they can move on with their life. That's what people don't understand sometimes about those apologies. They're not necessarily you saying you was wrong. If you feel like in your heart you was not wrong, you've been wrong, but you do that so these people can fix whatever issue it is that they have with you and they can go on with their life.
exactly.
Read what Kevin
Exactly.
says, sis.
Kevin says, I know a person say Callie was a solid person and that person literally has a sick child. I said, wow. Wow.
See, and
You
that's
know,
where the disrespect comes in at. People don't think about if it's them. Well, it's not me. He's speaking about this one person. He's speaking about this one person, but he's doing it in a malicious way and it's very disrespectful. And it could apply to you. Just because he's not saying your name and we know it is directly towards Kevin, it still should feel disrespectful because of what he's saying he's doing. He's lying and saying he's posting his child, just like any other person that has a sick child would do in a malicious way. So are you posting your child, and just like that lady that he attacked and said as well, she was doing that. He don't realize people are proud of their children. especially
Right.
people that have platforms. Your supporters begin to feel as though they know your children and they're connecting with them just like
You might have went out for a second, but I definitely agree with what you're stating. You know, children should never be involved in situations. You get what I'm saying? It's not fair to them. It's not fair to anyone. And then to label a child and feel as though it's okay for people to make claims about somebody's child. And you have to consider the very next people, the people next to you, or the people that may come across your videos and discussions. You may be offending someone by that, and you may be hurting someone, making them feel as if maybe they shouldn't be as proud of their child, maybe they shouldn't post their child on their social media pages. The effects that you can have on someone is damaging. And Kevin Wesley says, when it was Brianna, it was like, stop bullying her. They even got people on the truth side to fall back saying it was bullying. When it's me, they say ignore it. Exactly. It's not fair. It's not fair whatsoever. It's not fair. If we're gonna stop for one, we have to stop for all. We have to stop for each other. Like, goodness, this is getting out of control. It's sick. It's not healthy at all. To even think of things like this, to have an imagination, to think of things like this, to say, it says so much about a person's mental health.
Angie. Can you
Hmm.
hear me, sis?
Yes.
It breaks my heart on everything I love to see this man continue to talk about Kevin every day. Me and
Yes.
you talk about this. We can't imagine how he feels, and well, we can't. And for us to be able to use our platform in a way of debunking someone that has been continuously taunting, antagonizing, talking about. And now it's gotten to the point where he feels comfortable enough speaking on children as well as women, wives, and supporters. This has gone too far. And I can see Kevin so many times saying, hey, anyone see this? Even if you're not speaking on it or not, to just sit over there and support it and think that he's a stand-up guy. And he's really not. He's talking about somebody that could be you. Imagine how you would feel. Every
Right.
time I get ready to react or I do something in my adult years, I put myself in other people's shoes. And I imagine how they would feel if that was done to them. Where are people's morals and compassion at nowadays?
We have to treat people how we want to be treated. And I know I wouldn't want anybody spreading lies about me. I know I wouldn't want anybody attacking me with lies. I know I wouldn't want to walk around in life knowing that somebody said that I did something to a child or that I tried to rape somebody. You get what I'm saying? Those things are not comfortable statements to have on your back. It's not fair, especially if they are not true. And what Kevin says, Callie is an abuser. He abused his ex, he's abused his child. Anyone who supports him is an abuser supporter. There we go. An abuser supporter. And
And
he
that's
stated
true.
these things. He stated it from out of his mouth that he did those things. So now, we have abuser supporters.
So how do people feel about that? And this is the thing, even with the clip, Kevin said, imagine if I did the same thing to you and I went around and I spread it a lie. What did he do with that clip? He turned around and clipped it, did exactly what he always does, put it to that part, and made it as though now Kevin is saying out of his own mouth that he's going to start lying on Callie. And then everyone's looking like, oh my gosh, you were right. Go watch the whole video. It's still up. If you're going to support someone like Callie that has not over all these years shown any facts, any video, any evidence to support anything that he's been saying, besides clipping bits and pieces of other people's video, trying to imply that this is Kevin. They're talking about Kevin. If you're going to really support that, then do your research. Take time out of your day. Take an hour or two to go look at those videos and fact check. We're too old to let people try to manipulate you with lies, with false narratives, spreading false accusations about someone's character. And you're sitting in the chat and typing and okay with that. Morally, you need to start looking at yourself and asking yourself what is really wrong with you. For anybody to continue to support that, I'm sorry.
Kevin says, we heard him say himself he abused his child. He beat him up out of his sleep, y'all. Support that? Exactly. I remember him stating that. And he reiterates it as if he's proud. And he stated that where his child did something wrong, he beat him, of course, right? And then he beat him again, and then he beat him out of his sleep. And then he said, in other words, people in prison aren't gonna, be easy on him. So basically, you're preparing him for prison. Like, that's abusive, to beat a child out of their sleep. Instead of having moments of communication, you've only highlighted that you beat him 3 times. Like, what is wrong with that?
And sometimes a child doesn't need discipline in that manner. That is a young man who clearly could have been crying out for help or attention. Or
Yes.
he just needed something that you could not afford to provide for him. So he felt as though in that moment it was necessary to steal from his father. And in that moment, you chose violence instead of sitting down talking to your son. What did you accomplish by beating him, telling him you'll get it hard in prison? Why are you drilling in his brain instantly that that's the type of life he's going to have? You're putting that in the universe for your child instead of talking to him, teaching him the right way as a man. You are a violent man, and it's been proven many a times that you are physical with your family as well as your ex-wife. But people support that.
And then the thing about it is, what people don't understand, it's a psychological thing. When a child is known for taking things or and hiding them, or doing whatever with it, it's a psychological effect, meaning that they have been deprived of something. So in their conscious mind, they feel as if they have to take it because they won't have it. So that is something that he needs to communicate and get some healing mentally for his child to understand that you do not have to take, and it is okay, and we will continue to have. But instead, you failed to do that in that situation. You beat him. And so now he knows that he will have to defend himself in moments where he feels like he needs to also take for his own needs and wants.
Thank
And
you.
Kevin
That's a
says,
good point. And on
you
top of
already
go ahead,
Kevin
sis.
says you already beat him twice. Why wouldn't you let him sleep? You tortured him. That's exactly what it is. It's torture.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sis.
The sad part about Callie, and I'm gonna have to drop down, sis, is at the end of the day, he is someone's father. Your child needed something and they felt it necessary to steal from you in that moment. And like Kevin said, it was torture. Like Angie said, what are you teaching him? No valid lesson learned. You show him that when he's in a moment of despair, he should resort to violence. If he got caught stealing at Walmart or somewhere, he should resort to fighting the people that are trying to detain him, right? The police, whoever, any type of authority that is used on him, he should result in that manner. Is that what I'm getting correct, Angie? Is that what we're
Right.
getting from this?
Right.
And instead of you spending all the time in the world making videos about Kevin Wesley, clearly you need to work another 9 to 5 and whatever it is that is missing in your child's life that he felt it necessary to steal, that you are not providing for him. You need to get another job and figure that out, because clearly something is lacking. We know that his wants are not met. A child wants things, and no, they cannot get all their wants. All their wants will not be met. But apparently you're not meeting any of those wants. You're just providing the basic needs. And it costs more than just basic needs when it becomes to being a parent.
That's right.
Dedication.
You are absolutely correct.
And that is priceless. And that is something you show us you absolutely do not have. Your dedication is to taking Kevin Wesley down and making these videos. What type of father are you and what legacy are you leaving behind? You need to get offline and be a father to your children. You cannot tell me that you are a wonderful spouse, an amazing father, and a leader. You don't have the time to do that because you're online, not only following Angie and Kevin, but putting together these foolish videos to make them fit your narrative.
He says that we shouldn't, Kevin, he says we shouldn't worry about that. He said, don't worry about what they got going on. Well, it goes the same for Kevin. Don't worry about what he has going on in his relationships. As a matter of fact, it goes for the same for me and Ashley. Stop calling us pick-me's. Don't worry about what we have going on in our relationships. It's such a hypocrisy. The inconsistencies. You want us to be confident in whatever you have going on in your personal relationship, but you can call out us as if nobody should have that same respect for our relationships. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. But we'll go ahead and do a close, you guys. We definitely coming back tomorrow. And we also going to be on Ashley's channel. Ashley, we coming on your channel?
Absolutely.
And we
definitely
definitely
say thank you, Angie, sis, for having me up. It's always a pleasure. Everyone, please make sure you smash that like button. Please feel free to share this video. I'm a mod too, so I'm going to do my job even on the panel.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We
Yes.
will not be moved. I will continue to show inconsistencies until everybody sees the clarity that Kevin Wesley has not been the guy that Chief Cali has been trying to paint him out to be. Peace and blessings to everyone.
Peace. Thanks, everyone. Hit the like on the way out. We love you.
Love you all.